Good evening and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We welcome you to tonight's IHSAA Varsity Boys basketball game. Tonight's radio coverage is made possible through audiosportsonline.net. That's ASO. That's Rob Kendall. Rob Kendall, he provides outlets for many different avenues. That's all across the nation. You want to broadcast your own team, no matter where you're at. He can help you with audio. He can help you with video. That's Rob Kendall, Audio Sports Online.net. We do thank you for tuning in. We'll mention we are at Twin Lake High School, Twin Lake, up here in Monticello, Indiana. It's right here at Lake Freeman and Lake Shafer. And I got to admit, I wrote this down. I'm going to mention it. Indiana Beach. If you're not familiar, Indiana Beach Amusement and Water Park. You can find him on the web at indianabeach.com. It's right here in Monticello, Indiana. I went and checked it out before I showed up here at the high school. You can get a season pass for 2026. It's just $77.99. That's a season pass. And they've got a deal going on this year. If you get inclement weather, you can get a refund and you can come back. They are treating you right. We'll mention they have the exciting roller coasters. They've got boat rides. You can spend a day at the water park. They have over 50 rides and attractions. And yes, there is more than corn in Indiana. Indiana Beach celebrating. They're celebrating this year 100 years of fun. This is their 100th anniversary. They have parkside lodging on Lake Shafer. They've got hotel room and they've got Indiana Beach KOA campgrounds. We'll mention Indiana Beach is located at 5224 East Indiana Beach Road. That's 5224 East Indiana Beach Road, Monticello, Indiana, 47960. If you want to dial them by telephone, the number is 574 583 4141. Again, that number is 574 area code 583 4141. Indiana Beach. You'll have a lot of fun. The blue teams are on the floor right now, and we'll mention the Blue Devils showed up in blue and white striped pants. And the Indians, they're wearing the red and white striped pants. As you know, the home team, Indians going to wear white. Blue Devils going to wear the royal blue. They got the royal blue jersey, royal blue shorts. And tonight's game is going to be for 7th or 8th place in the Hoosier Conference this season for basketball. We'll talk a little bit about each school. First, we'll mention the visiting team on the scoreboard. That's the Tipton Blue Devils. Tipton High School has a school enrollment of 454. Back home in Tipton, Indiana, they have a gym capacity of 3,050 compared to 3,200 right here at Twin Lakes High School. Tipton High School, they're in Class 2A, Sectional 39. There are 6 in their sectional, and they stack up like this. We'll mention Tipton Blue Devils are 5-13. The Elwood Panthers are 10-11. Taylor Titans 13-7. Frankton Eagles 16-4. Sheridan Blackhawks 16-3. And the Lapel Bulldogs are 14-5. The principal at Tipton High School is Mr. Craig Leach. The athletic director is Mr. Colin Quinn. The athletic trainer is Mr. Burke Emmerts. Tipton High School is located at 619 South Main Street, Tipton, Indiana, 46072. Their phone number, you can dial them at 765-675-7431. Their website, their athletic website, is TiptonAthletics.com. Tipton wears the colors blue and white. They perform in the Hoosier Athletic Conference. 9 teams in the Hoosier Athletic Conference. We'll mention they stack up like this. Logansport, they went against West Lafayette last night. They went for first or second place last night in the Hoosier Conference. That was the only game Hoosier Conference-wise last night. And we'll mention West Lafayette got the win 69-54. And Keith Baxter, he is a sports fanatic. I mean, I wish I knew half the stuff that he knows. But he let me know last night at West Lafayette in the JV game went 4 overtime. Wow. I will also mention Blue Devils, they are 5-13. Hoosier Conference, they finished 1-2 in the East Division. We'll mention offensively per game average. Per game average for the Blue Devils in 18 games, 50.1 points per game. Defensively, an average of 54.7. The head coach for the Tipton Blue Devils is Mr. Tommy Newton. Tommy Newton working in year number 1 at Tipton High School. And we'll mention the next game on the agenda. The Blue Devils will have a home game. It'll be a non-conference game. It'll be tomorrow night, Saturday, the 21st of February, 6 o'clock JV, 7:30 varsity. Lafayette Jeff, the Broncos, will travel to Tipton tomorrow night. Now we'll talk a little bit about the Twin Lakes Indians. Twin Lakes High School, they have a school enrollment of 663. As mentioned, their gym capacity right here. It's a beautiful gym. Coach Kent Adams let me know they just redid it. Well, he let me know the lighting up above was just redone. This gym is lit very well. Very nice gymnasium. Has the TL for Twin Lakes out on middle court. They got Twin Lakes at both baselines, and rightfully so. This gymnasium is named after the head coach of 30 years at Twin Lakes. It is Kent Adams Court. Kent Adams Court has his signature right there. What a guy. I got to talk to Kent Adams when I got here. He's quite a gentleman. He used to be the athletic director right here at Twin Lakes for quite some time. And at the same time he was doing high school at Twin Lakes, across the street, he was doing middle school at Roosevelt Middle School. So we'll mention Twin Lakes Indians. They're in Class 3A, Sectional 23, 7 in that sectional. In that sectional, Logansport. Logansport currently 11-9. West Lafayette. The Red Devils are 17-4. Northwestern Tigers are 15-3. Their most recent loss came to the hands of the Tipton Blue Devils. The Western Panthers are 9-10. The Peru Tigers, 5-13. Twin Lakes, the Indians are 8-12. Maconaquah, the Braves are 3-16. The principal at Twin Lakes High School is Dr. Neil McCutcheon. The athletic director, he was most instrumental for putting me in sports. Very thankful for Mr. Dan Stiles. And the athletic secretary at Twin Lakes is Jeff Culbertson. The athletic trainer at Twin Lakes is Rochelle White Bird. And I will mention Twin Lakes High School is located at 300 South 3rd Street, Monticello, Indiana, 47960. You can reach them by phone by dialing 574 583 7108. On the web, it's tlschools.org. They wear the colors red and white. They also perform in the Hoosier Athletic Conference. As mentioned, 9 teams in the conference. And tonight is the Hoosier Conference playoff night. Each team in the conference playing a game tonight here on the 20th, Friday of February. And as mentioned last night, Thursday, the 19th, Logansport went to West Lafayette. West Lafayette did get the win, 69-54. West Lafayette Red Devils win the Hoosier Conference boys basketball 25-26 season. Also tonight, on Friday, Western is at Benton Central. Hamilton Heights is at Lafayette Central Catholic. Tipton right here with Twin Lakes Indians. And Whiting is at Rensselaer Central tonight. Again, we'll mention Twin Lakes Indians are currently 8 wins, 12 losses on the season. Hoosier Conference, they finished 1-3 in the West. Per game average in 20 ball games. The Indians average offensively 54.4. Defensively, they give up an average of 58.1. We'll mention their head coach. Their head coach is Mr. Kent Adams. Kent Adams working in year number 30. 30th year here at Twin Lakes High School. 415 wins, 290 losses. He coached 705 games here for the Twin Lakes Indians. Also, he's an overall head coach at the varsity level. 38 seasons, 38 years. He's 485 wins, 395 losses. That's 890 ball games he suited up for. I tell you what, he's probably a player, big time too. And we'll mention the next game on the agenda for Twin Lakes. They will also play tomorrow night, February 21st, 6 o'clock and 7:30 varsity. The Delphi Oracles will be right here to battle with the Twin Lakes Indians. We'll also mention, don't forget, this Sunday, 6 o'clock to 8 p.m., IHSAA boys basketball, the tournament. The tournament will take place from March 3rd through March 28th. It will conclude with all 4 classes playing there at Gainbridge Fieldhouse. If I'm not mistaken, I think the 1A contest will start at 10:30, and so on. They'll play throughout the day in numerical order. So we'll mention the IHSAA tournament presented by the Indiana Pacers and the Indiana Fever. The sectional pairing show, that is going to happen this Sunday, the 22nd. Don't forget, it's a 6 o'clock start time, the pairing show, and that is this Sunday, the 22nd of February. And it's the 116th annual IHSAA boys basketball state tournament pairing show. The host will be Greg Rakestraw and Kyle Nettenreep. If you want to watch the event at 6 o'clock, you can watch it. It will be streamed exclusively on IHSAATV.org. Again, that's IHSAATV.org. If you want to listen on radio, you can hear the same thing that they'll be hearing on the TV. You'll hear Greg, you'll hear Kyle. It will be simulcast on affiliates of the IHSAA Champions Network. So look those up. I think one of them is 93.1, might be 107.5 FM, but check those out. You can hear it if you don't get a chance to see it. And then if you miss both the stream and the radio, You can go back probably a couple, 3 hours later, maybe the next day, go to ihsaa.org and you can check out all the pairings. That would be on Monday. So that's to check them out after the fact, ihsaa.org. So that'll be fun, be a good time. IHSAA basketball. And I will mention this game is in part being brought to you by Jim Dandy Restaurant. Jim Dandy Restaurant, they're located at 203 West Jefferson Street. That's in Tipton, Indiana, 46072. You can dine in or carry out. Their phone number is 765 675 6199. They have tremendous, great American comfort food. They have breakfast all day. They've been in business since 1964. They have good food, good friends, and good times. And they've been back in the Blue Devils since the very beginning. And don't forget, just across town, also on Jefferson Street, there's Dairy Queen. Dairy Queen also owned by the Reasoners. Quite a good family. That is Dairy Queen Grill and Chill at 800 East Jefferson Street, Tipton. They're open 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. You can dine in or carry out. You can drive through. And they also have outdoor seating when it gets a little warmer. You know what? A couple days ago, it was nice. But that is Dairy Queen and Jim Dandy Restaurant. Clock's getting ready to roll out. Everybody's standing at attention, getting ready for the national anthem. And we're going to listen to Butch Kramer. Butch Kramer is our public address. I enjoy Butch quite a bit. We work baseball sometimes. And we're going to set this down for our national anthem. Bright stars, Kramer. He's never sounded better than that. Butch Kramer. We'll mention Butch Kramer been here at least 2 decades, probably more than 3 decades at Twin Lakes High School. And we'll mention this game is being brought to you by Put Me in Sports. We thank you for listening. We'll go ahead and mention the starting lineups for tonight's game. We'll mention the Blue Devils going to start with 3 juniors, 1 senior, and 1 freshman. Starting tonight for the Blue Devils, wearing number 2. He's 6'2". He's a junior, 15.9 points per game average. Peyton Fowler, wearing number 11. He's 6 feet tall. He's a junior, 1.2 points per game average. Owen Spidell, wearing number 21. He's 6'8". He's a junior, 6.9 rebounds per game, 10.2 points per game average. That is Grayson McFall. Wearing number 22, 6'2", freshman, 7.2 points per game average. Kellen Williams. And the 5th player in the lineup tonight, number 32, 6'4", senior, 3.5 points per game, 4.2 rebounds per game. Isaac Humrichow, the head coach for the Tipton Blue Devils, his coach, Tommy Newton. Now the starting lineup for the home team. Home team, Twin Lakes Indians. They'll start like this. They got 4 juniors and a senior. At number 5, he's 6'3". He's a junior. 11 points per game average. Pete Miller. Living number 20, 6'1" senior. 8.5 points per game average. 0.8 rebounds per game average. Ethan Need. Wearing number 25, 6' junior. 9.4 points per game average. Austin Robertson. Wearing number 33, 5'9", a junior. 3.2 points per game average. Ledger Schaefer. And wearing number 40, 6' junior. He leads both teams with scoring average at 16.5 points. 7.8 rebounds per game at 6 feet tall. Good friend of mine, Mark Carter, will enjoy that stat. That is Tate Boyer. The head coach for the Twin Lakes Indians is Coach Kent Adams. I get ready to jump it up. The Blue Devils are out there ready to jump it up. Grayson McFalls, number 21. He's a 6'8" junior for Tipton. He'll knuckle it up right there with number 5, Keaton Miller. Keaton Miller, a 6'3" junior. So we're getting ready for varsity basketball. 8:07 p.m. There's a tip to the backcourt. It's a shallow toss. I almost say he stole the tip. The ball goes out of bounds. It's going to belong to the Indians. So the Indians going to bring it in 3/4 court. Going to bring it to the timeline. That's number 33, Ledger Schaefer. Ball control. He'll work it right side. We're going to Keaton Miller. Working back out, and working back around Austin Robertson. Free throw line with the basketball. 33, Ledger Schaefer gets the ball stolen. Stolen by Kellen Williams. Blue Devils in the front court. Across the timeline, Peyton Aller works it left side. Isaac Humrichow, free throw line. Grayson McFall, he backed his way in, lost the handle, tipped away. So no shots taken yet. Both teams have been their own side of the floor. There's the first shot, 3-point shot wouldn't go. For the Indians, that was 25, Austin Robertson. Back the other direction, Blue Devils. 7:42 left. We're in the first quarter. Ball's tipped out of bounds. Good hands by 20, Ethan Need. So it's going to be brought in opposite the scores bench in the front court. Brought in there by Owen Spidell. Triple threat available. Peyton Aller, he'll pass out top of the circle. Isaac Humrichow back to Owen. Now back to Peyton Aller, back pedal dribble near the center court and working back right side. Owen Spidell, he'll dribble in. Outside the arc, Peyton Aller thought about a shot. He'll work it left side. He'll bounce it into Grayson McFall's baseline. McFall's going to bring it to the paint. He'll float one up, rimmed out. It was halfway down, came back out. No good for McFall's. So still no score. We're approaching 1 minute into this ball game. We're going to the left side of the basketball. 25, Austin Robertson. He'll give the ball up in the paint. That's number 20, Ethan Need. 2-point bucket. Good. Indians taking early. 2-0 contest to the front court. Pressure in the backcourt. Blue Devils getting across the timeline. Peyton Aller crossover dribble. He'll take a jump shot. Baseline, right side. Shot wouldn't go. Going to be a rebounding foul. During the rebound, it's going to be called against the Indians. Let's take that back. That's going to be called against Tipton. Isaac Humrichow picks up the first foul in tonight's ball game. He has one. Team has one. They'll bring the ball from the backcourt. Going to walk to the timeline. 33, Ledger Schaefer. Pick up the drill. You go to cutter to the hoop. Wouldn't get it. Cut there. Rims out. That was number 20, Ethan Need, to the front court after the board by Grayson McFall. Isaac Humrichow, right elbow out top. Grayson McFall's 3-point shot, good. Kind of looks like a Larry Bird from out there. Grayson McFall's hits his 6th 3-point shot of the season. A worker right side of the basketball. It's a 3-2 contest. Blue Devils by 1 in the front court. We'll dribble in and take a shot. Wouldn't go. That shot taken by Ethan Need. Back the other direction. Peyton Aller. Corner baseline shot, 3-point shot would go for Kellen. Rebound put back is good. Isaac Humnickhouse for 2. 5-2 contest. Blue Devils by 3. We're going to see the first sub in the ballgame here in a moment for the Twin Lakes Indians. But we're going to right side outside the arc. 25, Austin Robertson. He'll work it inside. Floater in the paint. Good shot there. It's Tate Goyer for his number 40, as mentioned. 16.5 point per game average. The 5-4 contest and be tipped out of bounds. It's going to stay in the front court with Tipton. In the ball game for the Indians is number 22, Ben Pample. Ben Pample is a 5'11 junior. Pample averaging 3.6 a game. The bounce the ball in again. Peyton Aller works that play where the back is to him. They're not guarding the inbound, and Peyton Aller off the back again picks up the ball after he establishes, put it off the glass. He did that last game. Saw that on Facebook even. Tipped away, stolen in the front court, going the other direction. Owen Spidell. They'll bounce it down low. Isaac Humnickhouse trying to make a pass back out. It's tipped out of bounds by Twin Lake. So the Blue Devils going to bring it in front of the Twin Lakes bench. Owen Spidell looking to get it in. He does. Outside the arc, Grayson McFalls. Left side, Peyton Aller. Ben move at the right elbow. Kicks it back out. 3-point shot in the air. Good. Owen Spidell. 3-point shot. Owen Spidell with 3-point shots. Good this season. 4:37 on the game clock. Going to dribble in. Goes out of bounds. It was blocked. It was absolutely recycled. Dale Davis style. Former Pacer back in the day. That was Grayson McFalls. So brought back in, left the bucket on the baseline. They're working outside. That's number 40, Tate Goyer. They're working inside. They kick it back out. 3-point shot in the air, rims off. That was Keaton Miller for the Indians. Rebound Tipton. Isaac Humnickhouse finds Owen Spidell. Spidell kicks it outside. He dribble in. Kellen Williams, left-handed layup, good for the lefty. Williams for 2. Going to be a timeout called by the Indians. 4:12 left here in the first quarter. The 12-4 contest. Going to be a 30-second timeout. We'll also mention tonight's ball game is in parts being brought to you by Scott Gashaw. Scott Gashaw, he said, when time is good, when you share, you should. Share and share alike. Support Indiana Middle School and High School athletics. Scott Gashaw, he's a lifelong Tipton Blue Devil. With 4:12 left here in the first quarter, 12-4 contest, Blue Devils by 8. The winner of this game will win 7th place this season in varsity basketball in the Hoosier Conference. Be brought in backcourt. Blue Devils going to put pressure in, full court pressure, dribbling out of it. Isaac Humnickhouse going to intercept the basketball, but he throws it back in to Goyer. They're working the basketball. Going to go baseline, kick it back out. 3-point shot. Keaton Miller wouldn't go. Rebound, Twin Lakes. Keaton Miller. They go to the corner baseline. 3-point shot long off the rim. That was 22, Ben Pample. Again, rebound for the Indians. Indians collecting the offensive boards in this possession. 3:38 clock moving out near the center circle. Triple threat. He'll dribble right. That's Ledger Schaefer. They give the ball up. 22, Ben Pample. They're going to work it inside off the hands. A cutter right there was Ethan Mead. Couldn't hold it. Goes out of bounds. Going to belong to Tipton. So Twin Lakes going to provide pressure. The guard full court. And we'll mention taking a breather out of this ball game for the moment. It's going to be Owen Spidell and Kellen Williams in the ball game. Jace Clark, who wears number 40 for the Blue Devils. And number 4, Quinn Smith. So they're bringing across the timeline. Jace Clark, pretty good dribbling exhibition, still in the front court. Over to right side outside the arc, 3-point shot, rims off. Again, that was Grayson McFalls. Couldn't get that one. He's 1 for 2 in tonight's ball game. 3-point land. Block shot in the paint. Jace Clark. Jace Clark, 6'3" senior. and it's going to belong to Twin Lakes. So back in the ball game for Twin Lakes is number 25, Austin Robertson. Taking a breather is Ledger Shaper, number 33. Left the bucket on the baseline, brought in. He'll get the ball back. He'll bounce it inside. Tate Goyer. Tate Goyer in the paint. He'll kick it outside. 3-point shot in the air. Short off the mark. Shot taken there by Twin Lakes Indian, number 20, Ethan Need. And they're going to call him the backcourt. And they're going to give the ball back to, we'll double check here, evidently. Twin Lakes, nope. They're going to give it to the Blue Devils. It's going to be brought in. So full court pressure. Blue Devils with the basketball. Jace Clark on the dribble. He'll jump pass across the timeline to Quinn Smith. Quinn Smith going to bounce it down low. Pretty good recovery there defensively by Twin Lakes. That was number 20, Ethan Need. Ethan Need, a 6'1" senior. Be brought in right the bucket on the baseline. Under the Blue Devils basket. Brought in by Quinn Smith. Out behind the arc, Grayson McFalls. He'll dribble in. Spin move off the glass. Grayson McFalls for 2. 14-4 contest. Blue Devils by 10. On the dribble out top. Moving the basketball. They'll get it back to 5. That's Keaton Miller. Inside out play. 3-point shot in the air. Austin Robertson didn't get the shot to go, but he got fouled in the act of shooting a 3-pointer. So that means he's going to shoot 3. So everybody's going to relax here on the first 2. 25, Austin Robertson shooting 76% at the free throw line. He gets the first one. That foul was whistled on Jace Clark. He's got 1. Tipton has 2 here in the first quarter, and the Indians have none. So second shot on the way. Also good. Quinn Smith was blocking him out on the second shot. He gets 3. So he's 2 for 2. He'll get 1 more. Austin Robertson. He's now 28 for 36 on the season. And he got all 3 of them. 29 for 37. Austin Robertson. The 14-7 contest. Blue Devils trying to get it across the timeline. Isaac Cumrickhouse. Pass it. Peyton All across the timeline. 3-point shot. Left corner baseline. Wouldn't go for Jace Clark. Tracks down his own board. Trying to pass it down low. Trying to find Isaac Cumrickhouse. Just a little too tall for 6'4" Isaac Cumrickhouse. Goes out of bounds. Going to belong to the Indians. So they'll bring it in from the backcourt. Blue Devils going to pick up out top of the circle. They'll work the right side of the basketball. 20, Ethan Need. Back his way in. They get it back out. Go right elbow extended. 3-point shot wouldn't go. Shot taken there by 22. Ben Pample to the front court with the basketball. Blue Devils. In the corner, Jace Clark. Skip pass out top to Quinn Smith. Quinn Smith trying to work it down low. He does. Gets it down low to Grayson McFalls. McFalls tries to chase his own rebound. But it's out of bounds. Tipped last by the Indians. So back in the ballgame for Twin Lakes, number 33, Ledger Shaper. Taking a breather is 22, Ben Pample. Ball brought in, left the bucket on the baseline to the Blue Devils. Out top, Jace Clark. 3-point shot, rims out. Karam rimmed out, pick-jacking it down on the rebound was Isaac Cumrickhouse. Dishes it out. Peyton Aller couldn't get the 3. Rebound, Twin Lakes. Going to take through the timeline. I'm going to walk across the timeline. Number 33, Ledger Shaper. He's a junior, 5'9", handles the ball well. We're going to right side with the basketball. Going to hand off. 25, Austin Robertson. And he'll give the ball up. He'll give the ball back outside. 20, Ethan Need. Right side, just moving the basketball as you see the Butler Bulldogs offense. In the paint, they'll kick it back out. 47 seconds left here in the first quarter. It's 14-7. Chipped away, ball's loose. There's going to be a foul called. They're going to whistle this foul. We'll double check here. They're going to whistle this foul on Tipton. In the ballgame for the Blue Devils, it's going to be number 15, Dakota Garman. Dakota Garman will mention. He's a junior. He's 6'3". Tremendous receiver for quarterback Quinn Toll. 42.2 left. Also back in the ball game is number 11, Owen Spidell. Ball's going to belong to the Indians. They'll bring it in left of the bucket on their own baseline. They'll toss it in behind the arc. Keaton Miller. Keaton Miller going to take a shot outside the arc. Wouldn't go. 3-point shot. Wouldn't go. Rebound, Dakota Garmin. Garmin to the front court. They'll give the ball up to Quinn Smith. Quinn Smith going to dribble in. He'll kick it back out. They're going to call a blocking foul against the Indians as Quinn Smith dribbled down low. He kicked the ball back out. They called the foul on Twin Lakes. They've got one in the contest here in the first quarter. Whistle that foul on 20, Ethan Need. We'll toss it in the paint. 2-point bucket good. Dakota Garmin, credit the assist. Credit the assist to Quinn Smith. Work it back around, inside out, 13 seconds left. The Indians in the front court. In the paint, spin move. He'll float one up, got it. Credit the bucket, Keaton Miller. 16-9 in the contest. Ball goes out of bounds. Some bumping right there. No whistle. 0.1 left. They can't get the shot off. 0.1 left. They can't get the shot off. The ref's going to blow the whistle as soon as it touches somebody. They were behind on the whistle. So it was intercepted. They throw it back the other end. It wasn't going to count. And that'll complete the first quarter of play. After one quarter of play here at Twin Lakes High School, Tipton Blue Devils 16, Twin Lakes Indians 9. We do thank you for tuning in. We'll mention this game is also in part being brought to you by Lisa Stokes Bear, Century 21. You can let Lisa look or let Lisa list. Lisa specializes in residential and corporate relocations. Lisa now does complimentary staging. Complimentary staging. That means that Lisa will stop in, make sure your home is perfectly put together. She'll have your home spick and span, and it'll look like it came right out of a magazine. Lisa will help you sell your home quicker. To contact Lisa Stokes Bear, you can dial her by phone or by text message, 317-513-4086. That's 317-513-4086. Alternate possession error gives it to Tipton. Ball brought in. Owen Spidell at top of the circle. Grayson McFalls. Now Kellen Williams. He'll bounce it in on the dribble. Backing his way down in the paint. Peyton Aller. He'll float one up. Got it. Peyton Aller for 2 in the paint. 18-9 contest. Blue Devils by 9. Crossing the timeline with the basketball. That's 25. Austin Robertson. Keaton Miller out top with the basketball. He'll work it inside. Take Goyer. Goyer, a hard shot in the paint off the glass. Goyer for 2. 18-11. Blue Devils by 7. In the front court, Peyton Aller. He'll dish off Owen Spidell. In the paint, he'll pick up the basketball. Picking it back out to Dakota Garmin. He'll go left side of the glass. Left-handed player got the bucket. Dakota Garmin for 2. 20-11. Blue Devils by 9. 7:05 left here in the second quarter. Going to work it right side of the basketball. That's number 20, Ethan Need. He'll pick it up out top of the circle. Work it right side. Take Goyer. Give the ball up. Keaton Miller. Back out top. Goyer, he's looking to get rid of it. He does. Right side behind the arc. Ethan Need. He'll work it down low to Goyer. Goyer will get the bucket off the glass, and he'll be fouled. He'll shoot one more. So he fell to the surface, and the Blue Devils were right there to pick him back up. It's all about sportsmanship. IHSAA, they smile when they see that. So Tate Goyer, he's working on those free throws. He's actually shooting 77%. He's 96 for 124. He'll get one, couldn't get it. 3-point play wouldn't work that time. Rebound Tipton. Owen Spidell. 6:42 on the game clock. Spidell brings it to the timeline. Trying to pierce a double team. He does. He'll pass it left side. Kellen Williams works down low to Zach Ridgway. Ridgway couldn't get the bucket. Zach Ridgway in the ball game for Coach Tommy Newton. We're in the second quarter. 6:26 left. Ball tipped away. Picked back up by Twin Lakes. The Indians now take Goyer. Goyer going to dribble right. A blocking foul called on 6'6" senior Zach Ridgway. So Ridgway picks up his first team foul number 2 on the Blue Devils here in the second quarter. The Indians yet to commit a foul in the second quarter. 6:17 left. They'll toss it in. Get the ball back. That's 33, Ledger Shaper. Works it left side. They're working in there. Goyer, he's open. They go hard off the glass. Couldn't get it. Rebound. Put back is good for the Indians. Number 20, Ethan Need. And it's a 20-5 contest. 5-point advantage for the Blue Devils. In the paint, Dakota Garment. He'll dish off. Peyton Aller couldn't get the bucket off the glass. Rebound, Twin Lakes. They'll bring it to the front court. Number 20, Ethan Need. We're working around the perimeter. They're working down low. And Zach Ridgway almost got the block. They're going to say he got part of his hand. And that's going to be 2 shots awarded to Twin Lakes Indian number 5, Keaton Miller. And people are down there on the floor. They're looking at the floor as if there might be some blood. They're looking around right there. We're going to see a substitution in the game. It's going to be number 32, Isaac Cumrickhouse. Referee was going to pull him into the game, but he realized he shouldn't because you go in after the first shot. First shot is good by number 5, Keaton Miller. So Isaac Cumrickhouse enters the ball game. Zach Ridgway will take a breather. 5:43 left here in a second. 20-16. Blue Devils by 4. They've led as much as 9. Second shot rims out, would go. Rebound, Isaac Cumrickhouse. Cumrickhouse going to break the press. They'll give it to Kellen Williams. Williams across the timeline and working back Dakota Garment. They'll bounce it in all alone off the glass. Isaac Cumrickhouse for 2. Kellen Williams with a good assist. So it's going to be a 30-second timeout called right here by the Blue Devils. 5:28 left here in the second quarter. 22-16. Blue Devils. We'll also mention tonight's ball game is in part being brought to you by AGM Auto. AGM Auto. You'll not only be greeted with pure professionalism, you'll appreciate their state-of-the-art diagnostics and their up-to-date status on each of the AGM technicians. And if you've been wanting to restore that car or truck, call AGM 317-984-5283. That's 317-984-5283. They're just west, 1 mile west of Arcadia on 266th Street. Ball brought in, backcourt. Indians going to bring it through the timeline. Ledger Shaper. He'll slow it up. He'll cross the timeline, picked up there at half court by Kellen Williams. He'll bounce it down low. Tate Goyer. They go up for the shot. Wouldn't get it. It was blocked by Isaac. Nearly went out of bounds, but Kellen Williams saves it. Blue Devils in the front court with the basketball. It'll be a traveling violation. Little bit of a step there by Kellen, and he'll toss the ball back to the official. 5:07 left. We're in the second quarter. We're at Twin Lakes High School. Hoosier Conference crossover night here on a Friday night, February 20th. Ball's in the front court. Ledger Schaefer, you'll take it back out. 3-point shot, good. And left of center, ready for 3-point shot, number 25, Austin Robertson. Robertson hitting 37% from 3-point land. He is now 49 makes out of 130 shots. That's a lot of 3-point shots. 22-19. Blue Devils in the front court with the lead. Dakota Garment out top. Picks up the dribble, works at the right side. Behind the arc, Kellen Williams now back out. Peyton Aller works to the left side. Owen Spidell. He'll bounce it in. There's a reach in. No foul called. He'll go the dip. Nope, couldn't get the handle. Didn't go off the glass. Didn't go in. And Goyer with the rebound put back. Couldn't get it. And a second attempt there on the rebound. That was Keaton Miller. Puts it in for 2. It's a 22-21 contest. Blue Devils by 1. 4:12 left here in the second quarter. Owen Spidell out top. Spidell going to dribble in and work it outside, right side, left elbow extended to Dakota. They go to the corner, 3-point shot, good. Peyton Aller for 3. 25-21. 4-point advantage for the Blue Devils. Crossing the timeline on the dribble is 33, Ledger Schaefer. They'll work at left side, touches the hands briefly. Austin Robertson. There'll be a bump foul way out top. Humrick House. Well, now, no, wait a minute. They're going to call it. They're going to call an offensive foul. This is an away game. So he called an offensive foul, and they're going to whistle this on Tate Goyer. He has one. So the Blue Devils are going to bring the ball in from side court. 3 minutes, 38 seconds left here in the second quarter. Quinn Smith in the front court. Works at right side. Kellen Williams, three-point shot, rims out. Rebound, Twin Lakes, number 20, Ethan Need. They work through the front court. Keaton Miller, he'll drive in left side. Couldn't get the bucket, but he got fouled. He'll shoot two. 3:25 left here in a second. They're going to whistle this foul on 21. Grayson McFalls. He'll pick up his second in the ball game. That's 4 on Tipton here in the second quarter. First shot good. Number 5, Keaton Miller. Miller is now 25 for 42 on the season. And Keaton Miller started this game at 59%. So we'll get one more. Second shot on the way. Also good. Got both of them. 25-23. Blue Devils by 2. 3 minutes, 20 seconds left here in the second quarter. On the dribble, Quinn Smith. Works at cross court. Peyton Aller will toss it in. Left elbow. Jace Clark. He'll work it down low. Isaac Humrickhouse. Humrickhouse goes up to the shot. He got fouled. Didn't get the shot to go, but he'll shoot two. So 3 minutes, 10 seconds left. They're going to whistle that foul on number 20, Ethan Need. He had 2 in the contest. First shot good. Isaac Humrickhouse. Humrickhouse working on those free throws. Humrickhouse. Isaac flies it. Got both of them. Humrickhouse for 2 at the stripe. 27-23. Blue Devils by 4. Coming out of the ball game for the Blue Devils is 22, Kellen Williams. Back in the ball game, number 4, Quinn Smith. Bring the ball across the timeline. They'll bounce it right side. Give the ball back to Ethan Need. He'll go baseline, kick it out. 3-point shot off the mark for number 5, Keaton Miller. Rebound, Tipton. Isaac Humrickhouse. He'll dribble it to the timelines. He'll work it right side. Quinn Smith. Outside the arc, Jace Clark. He'll give it up. Peyton Aller back out top. Quinn Smith. He'll work it left side. Peyton Aller. Quinn Smith, few steps behind the arc straight away. Peyton Aller, 3-point shot, good. Left corner baseline, number 2, Peyton Aller for 3. It's a 30-23 contest. Blue Devils by 7. 2:24 left here in the second quarter. Goyer up top of the circle, being guarded there by Isaac Humrickhouse. They give the ball up to Keaton Miller. They work it left side. Back out to Goyer. Goyer well behind the arc. 2:10 left in the front court. We're moving the basketball. We're going to right side. Ledger Schaefer picks up the dribble, being guarded there by Jace Clark. Keaton Miller going to be tipped away. Nearly stolen by Peyton Aller. He'll dribble in. That's Indians dribble in. Ledger Schaefer couldn't get the shot to go. Ball's deflected. Finally picked up by Quinn Smith. Quinn Smith in the front court dishes off. Isaac Humrickhouse gives it up to Peyton Aller. Couldn't get the bucket. And there's going to be a foul whistle during the rebound. So 1:45 left here in the second quarter. And Blue Devils commit the foul. They're going to put number 5, Keaton Miller, at the stripe. And they're calling this foul on Isaac Humrickhouse. And the scoreboard tells us he has 2. At the free throw line, Keaton Miller. First shot up and good. Miller started this game at 59%. So Owen Spidell back in the game. Coach Tommy Newton going to give Isaac Humrickhouse a break. I want that third foul in the first half. Second shot also good for Keaton Miller. 30-25. So in the ball game for Twin Lakes is George Hassan. George Hassan is in the ball game. George Hassan wears number 10. He's a 6'2" senior. Quinn Smith in the front court. Back pedal dribble. He'll work it cross court. Work it there to Peyton Aller back to the corner. the other way. The dribbling didn't get the ball on the surface quick enough, and Owen Spidell going to get an unforced turnover. 1:26 left here in the quarter. We're in the second quarter. Twin Lakes High School, 30-25. Blue Devils by 5 in the front court. Moving the basketball, it's 22. Ben Pample. We're working back around. They go Keaton Miller. Keaton Miller going to lose the handle. Ball nearly went out of bounds. They're going to say it did. Tate Goyer trying to save the basketball. And they're going to say that was last touched, evidently, by Tipton. And Goyer must have touched it right after it landed on the side court line. So got some perspiration on the floor over there. They're going to wipe it up with their shoes. And the ball belongs to the Indians. They'll bring it in from side court. It's going to be tossed in by number 20, Ethan Need. 1:10 left. We're in the second quarter. It's tossed it deep in the front court. On the dribble, 22, Ben Pample picks up the dribble. Working back free throw line, Tate Gower. They're working back around. Out top, we're working left side, Keaton Miller. Keaton Miller lost the handle, trying to regather it. It's going to be picked up out of the air by Owen Spidell. Crossover dribble. Left elbow, works it to Peyton Haller. He'll work his way down off the glass. Couldn't get the shot to go. Got his own board. Went back up and got fouled. And Peyton Haller working hard once again. Rebounds his own shot, went back up and got fouled. He'll shoot 2. They're going to whistle this foul, Twin Lakes. Number 5, Keaton Miller. He has 1. For Peyton Haller, shooting 63% at the strike. He got the first one. He's now 60 for 95 on the season. Ledger Schaefer, number 33 for the Twin Lakes Indians, re-enters the ballgame. Taking a breather is number 20, Ethan Need. Second shot, rims around. He got both of them. Aller for 2 at the stripe. 32-25, 7-point advantage for the Blue Devils. 40 seconds left. Twin Lakes Indians in the front court. Ledger Schaefer picks up his dribble. Works it back out. Keaton Miller. Right side. And Schaefer working in the Goyer. Off the glass. Got the bucket. Tate Goyer for 2. 32-27, 23 seconds left. Outside the arc. 3-point shot. Rims off. Peyton Haller wouldn't get it. Fighting for the board there was Dakota Garman. He couldn't save it. Stepped on the baseline. It's going to belong to Twin Lakes. 16.2 leads. We brought in from the backcourt. Ledger Schaefer. Going to dribble across the timeline at a trot pace. 10 seconds left. He'll dribble it right side. Pass it back out. Thought about a shot. They go outside the arc. Pample for 3. Shot rims around and falls in. The clock is going to empty out. And Pample, I tell you what, that ball bounced high off the rim. Bounced a couple of more times and fell in. So nice shot there by Ben Pample. He comes off the bench. Ben Pample, I got to mention, 55% from 3-point land. Pample entered this game 22 for 40 from 3-point land. That's incredible. That's the highest percentage for 3-point land that I've seen this season. For anybody that shot more than 40 shots, that's incredible. So we're at halftime. We'll mention 9:45 left in the intermission. Halftime score, Tipton Blue Devils 32. Twin Lakes Indians 30. And we'll also mention tonight's ball game is in part being brought to you by Encompass Credit Union. If you're looking for a financial partner that's as community-minded as you are, welcome to Encompass Credit Union. They are North Central Indiana's premier financial institution. At Encompass Credit Union, they believe in putting their members first. Whether you're looking for lower rates on loans, higher rates on savings, or just a friendly face to help you with your financial needs, they've got you covered. Join them today and become a part of a financial cooperative that truly cares. With branches in Tipton, Frankfort, and Kokomo, they are there to serve the community. That's Encompass Credit Union. where community comes full circle. Visit them online at encompasscu.org or at any of their convenient locations. Encompass Credit Union. Playing a little John Mellencamp, John Cougar Mellencamp, right here, ROCK in the USA. And I will also mention tonight's ball game is in part being brought to you by McCormick Printing. McCormick Printing Impressions. I would like to take a moment to recognize one of our amazing local sponsors, McCormick Printing Impressions, your trusted full-service print shop that's been helping customers large and small make their best impression for over 50 years. Family owned and operated, MPI is more than just a print shop. They're a cornerstone of our community, providing top quality printing services and office supplies to businesses and families alike. If it can be printed, MPI is here to turn your vision into reality. Next time you're looking for a team as committed as the two teams on the court, remember MPI. Make your first impression and make it a good one. That's MPI, McCormick Printing Impressions. They're in Tipton, 618 Street. If you want to call them by phone. It's 765 675 9556. McCormick Printing. We'll also mention tonight's ball game is in part being brought to you by Kokomo Auto World. At Kokomo Auto World, this game is sponsored by Coach Chad Wett at Kokomo Auto World. Coach Wett was a high school basketball coach for more than 30 years in central Indiana and has now turned his attention to selling you your next new Toyota, Honda, or pre-owned vehicle. Kokomo Auto World has been serving this basketball-rich region for more than 50 years. And now, together, Coach Wex and Kokomo Auto World can meet all of your car and truck buying needs. So, Kokomo Auto World. Call them today at 765 453 4111. Again, Kokomo Auto World, 765 453 4111. And ask for Coach Wet. And we'll also mention tonight's contest is in part being brought to you by Los Portalos. Los Portalos, we'll mention, that's a Mexican restaurant in Tipton. It's just next to Ace Hardware, right there back there at the Strip Center. You can join them for elegant dining. They have exquisite Mexican menu. You can dine in or carry out. Their phone number is 765 675 2383. Again, their number 765 675 2383. They've got multiple televisions all throughout their restaurants. If you want to watch a particular game and they don't have it on, just ask them if they'll switch it, and they most certainly probably will. You can visit them in Tipton at 848 East Jefferson Street, Tipton, Indiana. They support Tipton High School sports and surrounding areas. And they've done that since establishing in 2009. And also, please visit their location in Greentown, Indiana, El Patron Mexican restaurant. They're located at 204 East Main Street. So El Patron right there in Greentown. We'll talk a little bit about the Class 2A rankings. There's been some games played since. We'll mention Class 2A top 14 this week. It was tabulated on February 16th. At number 1, it's Paoli Rams. They're now 19-0. Number 2, Oak Hill Golden Eagles. They're now 17-1. Number 3, Westview Warriors. They're now 19-1. Number 4, Park Heritage, the Wolves. They haven't had a game since this has been read. They are still 17-4. At number 5, Centerville Bulldogs. They are now 18-2. At number 6, Bremen Lions. They fell one game this week. They are now 18-2. At number 7, Triton Central Tigers. They're now 17-3. At number 8, Gary 21st Century Cougars. They got a win. They're now 12-6. At number 9, Linton Miners. They are now 17-4. At number 10, Cecina Crusaders. They fell this week. They're now 15-6. At number 11, Shenandoah. The Raiders are 16-3. At number 12, Class 2A, Sectional 39, Frankton Eagles. At number 12, they're 16-4. At number 13, Winnemac Warriors. They lost this week. They're now 17-3. And the Lapel Bulldogs hadn't played a game since we read this the first time. They're at number 14. They're also Sectional 39. They are now 13-5. And about the 3A class, we'll mention Twin Lake in the 3A 23, we'll mention. Class 3A rankings for this week. At number 1, it's Silver Creek. They are 23-1, and they're going against Florida Central Class 3A, 16-5 tonight. At number 2, it's Indianapolis Cathedral. They're 17-3. They're at Ben Davis tonight, Class 4A, and they'll be in Louisville tomorrow night. At number 3, it's Princeton. They're 18-3. They're at 2A Forest Park tonight. And at number 4, it's Northview. Northview, they're 17-4. At number 5, it's Columbia City, 17-3. Number 6, Shelbyville, 17-4. They are at Delta, the Eagles tonight. At number 7, it's Indianapolis Attics, 13-5. Number 8, Fairfield, 14-3. Number 9, Guerin Catholic. The Golden Eagles are 17-5. And Roncalli, they defeated Roncalli with an overtime, 41-37. Tomorrow night, they will be at North Central on 86th Street. At number 10, it's Batesville, 17-3. Number 11, New Haven, 15-5. Number 12, Jay County, 16-3. Number 13, West Lafayette, 17-4. And number 14, Brownstown Central, 13-5. And they seriously abbreviated the intermission there, stopped the clock, about 20-some seconds left. I had to hurry. So in the front court now, first possession, going to go off the glass, layup. Twin Lake Indians credit the bucket, number 20, Ethan Need, 32-32. Tie ball game. Blue Devils first possession, second half. From the corner baseline, wouldn't go. Isaac Cumminghouse, rebound out of there, controlled by Keaton Miller of the Indians. To the front court, Ledger Schaefer, spin move. They're working through the corner. Goyer, he'll try a shot. He'll get a two-pointer. It's in front of the three-point stripe there at the baseline. So Goyer, two-point shot, 34-32. Indians have their first lead in the ball game. Outside the arc, working back around. Owen Spidell, right side. Kellen Williams back out top. Spidell, left side. We go to the baseline corner, and Grayson McFall's shot wouldn't go. Rebound out of there, number 20, Ethan Need, to the front court. Spin move, Keaton Miller. They give the ball up. They go baseline drive off the glass. Two-point shot wouldn't go. Rebound fought for. Goes out of bounds. That shot taken by number 20, Ethan Need. The ball's tipped out of bounds. Last touch by the Blue Devil. 6:45 left. Third quarter, 34-32. Indians in front. They'll bounce it in. Outside the paint. Turnaround jumper would go. Keaton Miller rebound. Grayson McFalls. They'll hand the ball off, crossing the timeline at a trot pace. Peyton Aller works it left side. Kellen Williams. He'll fake a shot. He'll drive in. He'll hit the cutter, and that's Peyton Aller. Aller off the glass. He'll get the bucket, and he'll shoot one more. So Aller a good cut. Kellen Williams, a nice assist. 3-point play opportunity. Aller. Fouls whistled on number 40, Tate Goyer. He has 2 in the contest. Peyton Aller, 3-point play is good. 35-34, Blue Devils by 1. To the corner, working the basketball. They're working back out. It's going to be a foul whistle. They're going to say Peyton Aller got part of the arm on the pass. And Austin Robertson trying to make a pass. Peyton Aller picks up his second foul in tonight's contest. 6:23 left. The pass play to backcourt. Retrieved there by Ethan Need. Working back around outside the arc, right side. They're getting the Need in the corner, being guarded by Owen Spidell. Need picks up the dribble. He'll dish off. Ledger Schaefer in the paint. He'll bounce it back out. Heaton Miller out to the corner. Tate Goyer being guarded there by Grayson McFalls. Out top now on the dribble, Ledger Schaefer. 3-point shot in the air, short off the mark for Tate Goyer. Rebound, Isaac Hummerkaus. Hummerkaus dishes off. Kellen Williams to the front court. He'll work the right side. Peyton Aller, they're going to call a foul on his approach. Pretty quick move there. You would think another official might have called the travel, but they're going to whistle a foul on the Indians. It'll be the third foul in the ballgame on Ethan Need. He wears number 20. He'll take a breather. He'll be back, but we don't know when. It'll be a jump shot right there. Alley-oop play from out of bounds to Peyton Aller for 2. 5:38 clock moving, 37-34. Blue Devils by 3. We're in the third quarter at Twin Lakes High School. They'll bounce it right side, elbow left side. We're going back to take Goyer. They give the ball up. Goyer going to get the rebound and try to put back, and they won't call the foul. A lot of friction on that. The shot there by Goyer, and the Blue Devils get the rebound. They go to the other side of the floor. Outside the arc, 3-point shot wouldn't go. Owen Spidell, rebound put back. Isaac Hummerkaus wouldn't go. Rebound Tate Goyer for Twin Lakes. So they bring it to the timeline. Heaton Miller is going to give the ball up to 33, Ledger Schaefer. Schaefer outside, being guarded by Kellen Williams. Back out top. Tate Goyer, now Ledger Schaefer behind the arc left side. They'll bounce it in. Keaton Miller on the baseline. Turnaround jumper off the glass. Shot going to go. Rebound. Tate Goyer. Goyer going to go up with the shot. Got the bucket. Well done. That first rebound, I got to mention, was 31, Gavin Hendricks. Gavin Hendricks in the ballgame for Coach Adams. He's a 6-foot freshman. Gavin Hendricks, where's number 31? So the putback is good. Fouls whistled on Grayson McFalls. He's got 3 in the contest. He'll take a breather. Dakota Garman in the ballgame for Tipton. 3-point play opportunity is good. Tate Goyer. Goyer, as mentioned, shooting 77% from the free throw line. 37-37. Ball's in the front court. 3-point shot, right corner baseline, wouldn't go. Shot taken there by Peyton Aller. Rebound going back the other direction. Ledger Schaefer. Schaefer, a little hesitation on that jump right there outside the paint. And he'll earn the foul. And they're going to whistle this foul on Tipton. Me, Kellen Williams. Kellen Williams picks up his first foul in the contest. We're going to see Quinn Smith in the ballgame after this first shot by Ledger Schaefer. First shot wouldn't go. Number 4, Quinn Smith for Tipton in the ballgame. Taking a breather for the Blue Devils is the freshman, number 22, Kellen Williams. So Ledger Schaefer going to get one more. He is working on those free throws. Will I, the second one. Short off the rim, wouldn't go. Rebound, Isaac Hummerkaus. 4:20 left. Clock moving. Peyton Aller passing it cross court. Quinn Smith crossing the timeline. They go left side. Behind the arc, he'll dribble in baseline. That's Owen Spidell. He'll work it into Isaac. Isaac Hummerkaus. They're going to whistle a foul. A little bit of a reach in there, not a whole lot. They're going to whistle this foul on it. The Indians. And They're going to whistle this foul on number 20, Ethan Mead. He's not in the game. Yeah, Ethan Mead is not in the game, and they whistled 20. They got 20 on the board. Ethan is sitting down with 3 fouls. And they got the wrong guy. Let's double check here. We'll find out here, hopefully. Okay, they called that foul on 25, Austin Robertson of the Indians. He has 1. Blue Devils in the front court. 4 minutes left. And the pass is going to go out of bounds. Peyton Aller was trying to get the ball back to Quinn Smith. He was making a cut towards the baseline. Nobody there to retrieve the basketball, but Dakota Gartman gave it a good effort. 3:57 on the game clock. 37-37. Tie ball game. We're in the third quarter. Twin Lakes High School, the West Division, hosting this year. Right side off the glass, got the bucket. 31, Gavin Henrich, freshman, got the bucket. And he's above his average of 1.3. He's got 2 on that one. 39-37, crossing the timeline. 3:33 left. Quinn Smith in the front court. Stationary dribble. Quinn Smith works it to the corner left side. Owen Spidell back to Quinn, now back to Peyton. Peyton's got the triple threat. He'll pass it out top. Owen Spidell, they'll work the ball in. Working into Dakota, they get it to Peyton Aller. He'll get a shot off the glass. Had a good roll and hung on the rim there, but fell in. Peyton Aller for 2. Tie ball game again, 39-39. Crossing the timeline, stationary dribble. Ledger Schaefer being guarded there by Owen Spidell. Spidell now earning the kill. He'll be screened off. They get it out top. Keaton Miller. They pass it down low. That's Tate Goyer off the glass. 2-point bucket for Goyer. 41-39. Indians by 2. We're ball across the timeline. Peyton Aller to the corner baseline. Isaac Cumbercast. Shot rims out, wouldn't go. Last touch by the Blue Devils goes out of bounds. It's going to belong to the Indians. Kellen Williams back in the ball game. Number 22 for the Blue Devils taking a breather is number 11, Owen Spidell. Keaton Miller going to toss it in. Backcourt, uncontested. He'll bring it to the timeline. 33, that's Ledger Schaefer. Junior class member. We'll work the left side to get back to Schaefer from Keaton. They go off the glass. They go alley-oop play, back door from Schaefer to Keaton Miller for 2. 43-39. Lost the handle in the front court. A steal off the glass. Couldn't get the bucket to go. Twin Lakes Indians will shoot 2. They're going to whistle this foul on 15, Dakota Garman. He picks up his first foul in the contest. Will be a timeout called by Coach Tommy Newton. Will be a 60-second timeout. 2:09 left here in the third quarter. Twin Lakes 43, Tipton 39. We'll also mention tonight's ball game is in parts being brought to you by Edward Jones. Tipton. Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and the encouragement our young student athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. Kurt D. Hare. Yep, Kurt D. Hare, your Tipton Edward Jones financial advisor, understands this. That's why Edward Jones is a proud sponsor of Tipton Athletics and PutMeInSports.com. For all of your investment needs, call 765-675-9535 or visit EdwardJones.com. That's Edward Jones Tipton, Kurt D. Hare. So at the foul stripe, going to be number 5, Keaton Miller. 2:09 left, third quarter. Keaton Miller shooting 59%. At the free throw line, he got his first one. Keaton Miller began the game 24 for 41. Second shot also good. Got both of them. In the ball game for the Indians, number 10, George Hazam, 6'2" senior, was number 10. The taking a breather is Keaton Miller. 2:04 left here in the third. 45-39. Blue Devils trail by 6 in the front court with the basketball. Kellen Williams will dribble in. Just outside the paint, he'll float one up. Left-handed, good for Williams. 45-41, a 4-point advantage for the Indians. Crossing the timeline, number 33, Ledger Schaefer. He'll be screened off by Hazam. They'll work it down low. Tate Goyer couldn't get the bucket to go. Rebound, Jace Clark. Jace Clark to the front court. And there's going to be a bump there. Ball goes out of bounds. And the official elected not to blow the whistle. Let's double check here. They are calling a foul. They did. 33, Ledger Schaefer picks up his first. The ball brought in, Peyton Aller back to Quinn Smith. Minute and a half left here in the third. 45-41. Indians by 4. Working right side behind the arc. Peyton Aller working in the elbow left side. Quinn Smith. They go to the corner with it. 3-point shot rims out. Kellen Williams rebound. Ledger Schaefer for the Indians. Works it left side. Picked up the dribble. Right elbow. Turn around and get it back to Tate Goyer. Goyer, a 16-footer straight away. He'll get the bucket. It's a 6-point game. Quinn Smith crossing the timeline. Slows it up, working out in front of him. Right there is Ledger Schaefer. They get it to Peyton Aller. Right side, Jace Clark. He'll pass it inside. Isaac Humrickhouse. Humrickhouse first shot wouldn't go. It looked like there might have been a foul. He got his own rebound, went back up, and then there was a foul. So Isaac Humrickhouse going to shoot 2. They're going to whistle this foul on number 40, Tate Goyer. Goyer picks up the foul. He's got 3 in the contest. Isaac Humrickhouse going to shoot 2. First shot rims around, wouldn't go. Back in the ballgame for Twin Lakes, number 5, Keaton Miller. Taking a breather is 40, Tate Goyer. He gets a medium 5 from Coach Kent Adams. 46.3 left here in the third. Second shot, Isaac Humrickhouse, good. Got the back end of a 2-shot foul. Cuts the lead to 5. Twin Lakes by 5. And Ledger Schaefer tries the entry pass from half court. Down low, and Keaton Miller couldn't corral it. Goes out of bounds, belongs to Tipton. 40 seconds left. Ledger Schaefer guarding the basketball. Peyton Aller. The dribble across the timeline. Ball tipped out of bounds. Keaton Miller is going to stay in the front court with the Blue Devils. 34.7 left. Going to be brought in front of the Blue Devils bench by Peyton Aller. Out top, they get to Jace Clark. Works it left side. Kellen Williams now back to Jace. Back to Kellen. He'll bounce it baseline. Isaac Humrickhouse back to Kellen. He'll dribble in. His float with a lefty up. Good. Kellen Williams for 2. 47-44. 3-point advantage for the Indians. Across the timeline, Ledger Schaefer. He'll dribble in. He lost the handle, regathers it, and puts it outside. Keaton Miller. Right side of the basketball, Tom Pell. And they'll work it back around Pample, I should say. And now Ledger Schaefer. 2 seconds long, 3-point shot at the buzzer. Got the bucket. Will fade away from Keaton Miller. And at the end of 3 quarters of play, Twin Lakes Indians 50. Tipton Blue Devils 44. And we'll also mention tonight's ball game is in part being brought to you by Hope Jewelers Tipton. Hope Jewelers, they know that precious times are made for precious moments. And Hope Jewelers are there to meet your every special need in the field of diamonds, gold, and silver, etc. Stop in and visit Hope Jewelers in downtown Tipton, next to the Diana Theater at 135 East Jefferson Street, Tipton, Indiana. That's 46072. You can reach them by phone by dialing 765-675-9720. Again, their number is 765-675-9720. That's Hope Jewelers. They're open daily, Tuesday through Friday, 9:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. And Saturday, they're open 9:30 to 2. That's Hope Jewelers in Tipton. Fourth quarter, 8 minutes. Alternate possession arrow gives it to Tipton. It's brought in by Kellen Williams. On the dribble now in the front court is Jace Clark. Got to work it right side, picks up the dribble. They're working left side. Grayson McFalls behind the arc. Jace Clark out top. Left side, Kellen Williams. Kellen Williams picks up the dribble in the paint, or should they in the corner. Now back out top, Jace Clark. They're working down low. It's going to be thrown away. It's intercepted by Tate Goyer. Ill-advised pass in the paint. 7:30 left, 30 seconds into the fourth quarter. Top Ledger Shaper. They're working in, Tate Goyer. Goyer couldn't get the bucket to go. Going back the other direction. Rebound, Jace Clark. Outlets, Peyton Aller. Bounce it in. Ball's loose. And they're going to call a jump ball. Jump ball to call. Looked like Ledger Shaper was in on it. And Isaac Humrickhouse, alternate possession arrow, going to give the ball back to the Indians. Jace Clark going to take a breather for the Blue Devils. And Dakota Garman back in the game for the Blue Devils. 7:13 left. We're in the fourth quarter. 50-44. Indians by 6 with the basketball. With Kellen Williams guarding the basketball. Ledger Shape in the front court now. Working the basketball. That's number 20. Ethan Need lost the handle. Stolen by Grayson McFalls in the paint. Back the other direction. Peyton Aller. He lost the handle. Going back the other direction is Shaper. Shaper in the paint. Dishes off. Number 40. Tate Goyer. They'll reset the offense out top. They'll bounce into the Goyer baseline. Down low. Tipped away. And then Robertson kicks it out top. Keaton Miller straight away. 3-point land for 3. It's a 53-44 contest. 9-point advantage for the Indians. 6.5 minutes left here in the fourth quarter. Out top of the basketball, Peyton Aller. Pass it, cross-court pass. Isaac Humrickhouse to the corner. Shot when to go, Kellen Williams. Rebound put back is good. Peyton Aller follows the basketball. Reverse layup for Aller for 2. 53-46. 7-point advantage for the Indians. Ledger Shaper. Bounce pass, left elbow. Tate Goyer. Now back out top. Moving the basketball. Ethan Need to the corner. Going to drive baseline. Kick to the other corner. 3-point shot in the air. Rims out. Rebound put back. Keaton Miller couldn't get it. That 3-point shot wouldn't go. That was number 25, Austin Robertson. So driving hard to the hoop there was Peyton Aller. And they're going to call a push. It'll be a foul whistle against the Indians. They're going to whistle this foul on 25, Austin Robertson. He has 2. It's going to be brought in left of the bucket on the baseline by Peyton Aller in their own front court. They'll toss it in tall to Grayson McFalls. McFalls works it left side. Dakota Garman works it on left. Peyton Aller, 3-point shot would go. They're going to whistle a foul. The rebound was secured by 32, Isaac Humrickhouse. And a foul's whistled. Then they're going to whistle this foul. We'll see here. Maybe they're going to whistle this foul. Let's double check here. Yeah, they're going to whistle this foul on 33, Ledger Shaper. He has 2 brought in. Peyton Aller on the dribble. He'll drive hard through the lane. Left side wouldn't go. Got his own board. Bounced it down low. Isaac Humrickhouse. And Ledger Shaper ends up with the basketball, but he had a foot on the baseline. So Shaper's out of bounds. They're going to give it back to the Blue Devils. Left of the bucket on the baseline. Going to be brought in by Dakota Garman. He'll bring it in. Peyton Aller. We're behind the arc, out top. 3-point shot in the air. Good. Isaac Humrickhouse for 3. Cuts the lead to 4. Will be a timeout called. 60-second timeout called by the Blue Devils. So 5:19 left. 53-49. The Indians by 4. And we'll mention this game is also in part being brought to you by Indiana Express Rental. When you find yourself looking for that dependable moving truck rental company, that high-quality choice isn't far away. You can call Indiana Express Rentals. They're at the south edge of Noblesville at 1708 South 8th Street. Simply call them at 317-773-4800. Again, that number is 317-773-4800. They have up to 26-foot box trucks available, and a truck that's out me lift can sure come in handy. That's Indiana Express Rentals. Their hours of operation are Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., or Saturday, 8 a.m. to 11. That's Penske Truck Rentals. The name Penske alone takes any possible concerns away from any travel. Ball brought in, backcourt. Indians. Tossed in, Ledger Schaefer, Blue Devils, full court press. They'll break the press with a pass, take Goyer at half court. Then we're going to do the front court. Ball's tipped out of bounds. Good hands by Dakota Garment. So it's going to be brought in side court in the front court for the Indians. It's going to be brought in by number 5, Tipton Miller. Looking to get it in. He finally passes it in. It's stolen. Stolen by Peyton. You're working up ahead. Dakota Garment off the glass. Dakota for 2 and a nice assist. Half-court pass from Peyton Aller to the front court. Tate Goyer. Blue Devils didn't get back quick enough. Tate Goyer off the glass right side in the paint. 55-51, 4:48 left here in the fourth quarter. Indians by 4. The dribble in. They're working down low. Grayson McFalls off the glass. Wouldn't get it. Ball goes out of bounds. They're going to say it was last touch by Twin Lakes. I believe it was Ethan Need. And it's going to be brought in the front court. Tipton. Right in the bucket on the baseline by Dakota Garment. Tossing him behind the arc. Kellen Williams, he'll dribble in the paint. He'll float one up. Wouldn't get it. Rebound, Isaac Cumrick-House. Wouldn't get the bucket either. Ball goes out of bounds. And it's going to belong to the Indian. The ball tipped out of bounds. They say it was last touch by the Blue Devils. Tate Goyer to the half court. They're working to Keaton Miller in the front court. Picked up the basketball. Austin Robertson down low to Need. Back to Robertson from the left corner baseline. Robertson for 3. Robertson at 37% on the season from three-point land. They're working inside, kicking back out. Dakota Garment. 3-point shot rims off. Wouldn't go. Tate Goyer boards the basketball. We're halfway through the fourth quarter. 58-51, a 7-point advantage. The Twin Lakes going to be a foul in the front court. Ledger Schaefer was on the dribble. Reach in, trying to steal the basketball. Dakota Garment, he'll pick up his second foul in the ballgame. 3:57 left here in the fourth. 58-51, tossed in. Backcourt, picked up by Schaefer. Guarding him is Kellen Williams. He'll bounce it in. Left elbow, Tate Goyer. Working back around, out top, Keaton Miller. Back to Goyer. Goyer being picked up there by Grayson McFall. Now out top in the center circle, Ledger Schaefer. Being guarded there by Kellen Williams. They're working in Keaton Miller. He'll hand the ball off. They're working down low in the paint. 2-point shot, good. Tate Goyer for 2. 60-51. The 9-point advantage for the Indians. 3:22 left here in the fourth quarter. They're working baseline. Shot on the way, rims off would go Dakota Garment. Rebound, Schaefer for the Indians. Front court, Tate Goyer. We're going to see Jace Clark back in the game in a moment, and Quinn Smith for the Blue Devils. Out top of the basketball, Keaton Miller working down low. In the paint, turnaround jumper wouldn't go. Shot taken by Ethan Need. Rebound, Tipton, Grayson McFall. And he had the ball off. Across the timeline, Peyton Aller. He'll dribble in. It's on an offensive foul. Peyton Aller dropped that shoulder. He was going hard to the hoop. In the paint, they'll give the ball back to the Indians. 2 minutes, 50 seconds left. Kellen Williams going to, I should say, Jace Clark taking a breather, and we'll just double check. We'll mention it's Kellen Williams, Quinn Smith, Isaac Cumrick-House, Peyton Aller, and Jace Clark on the floor for the Blue Devils. Ethan Need in the ball game. Schaefer, Keaton Williams, Tate Goyer, and number 25, Austin Robertson. Baseball pass to the front court. It's going to be Loose. Ball still loose. Still loose at half court. And that's going to be an over, and it wasn't completely picked up. I guess the ball ended up in the back court, but it's never controlled in the front court. On the dribble, Landon Schaefer. Moving the basketball, Ledger Schaefer. Now back outside. Keaton Williams. And Jace Clark trying to reach in, get the basketball. 2.5 minutes left. Jace Clark gives up a foul. He's got 2 in the ball game. Team foul number 3 on Tipton. Just 2 fouls this quarter on the Indians. So in the ball game, we're going to see Twin Lakes into the ball game with number 22, Ben Pample. Pample back in the ball game. Be brought in by Schaefer. Guarding inbound is Isaac Cumbercow. So bouncing in, stolen by Jace Clark. Jace Clark to the front court. They'll take it in. They'll kick it back out. Kellen Williams. Cross-court pass. Isaac Cumbercow back to Clark. He'll dribble in. Lost the handle. He'll regather. And he'll work it crossways. Isaac Cumbercow. Three-point shot wouldn't go. They're going to whistle a foul on the rebound. We're going to whistle this on the Blue Devil. So they're going to whistle this foul. Tipton, number 2, Peyton Aller, going to call him for his 4th personal foul in the ballgame. In the ballgame for Tipton, number 11, Owen Spidell. Spidell not going to enter the game quite yet. Tipton Blue Devils disputing the foul that it wasn't supposed to be Aller. And the officials are talking it over right now. They're going to double check this. They're going to say it was on Quinn Smith. So Peyton Aller going to make a good lawyer when he gets out of law school, because Peyton Aller knew that foul wasn't on him. So Quinn Smith, he has 1 in the ballgame. Pass to the front court. We're going to take Goyer off the glass. 2-point bucket. 62-51. 2:05 left here in the 4th. Out top, 3-point shot on the way. Jace Clark wouldn't go. Rebound, put back. Wouldn't go. That was Isaac Cumbercow. But Isaac will shoot 2. Couldn't get the bucket. And they're going to whistle this foul on number 5, Keaton Miller. He's got 2 in the contest. Keaton Miller at the free throw line. Isaac Cumbercow. First shot up and good. 62-52. Back in the ball game, Peyton Aller. Number 2 and 15, Dakota Garment. So Isaac will have 1 more. Second shot up, got both of them. 9-point advantage for the Indians. Lost the ball trying to get it in. It's going to belong to Tipton on the dribble there after the interception was Dakota Garment. So Dakota Garment, that's going to be the 4th foul here in the quarter. Back in the ball game for Tipton is Jace Clark, Dakota Garment. They might be offense, defense right there. So 4 fouls on each team here in the 4th quarter. So we're shooting the rest of the way on the common foul. Outside the arc, Kellen Williams, 3-point shot, rims out. Fighting for the board there. They're going to whistle a foul. Got a fist in the air. We'll say it's a push foul. We'll see who that's on. So they're going to whistle this foul on the Indians. Foul's whistled on 33, Ledger Shape. He has 4. 4 in the contest. Coach Ken Adams is going to keep him in the game. 1:49 left. First shot up, short off the rim. Peyton Aller. He knew it was short. He did some body language there. He'll get 1 more. So Dakota Garment back in the game. Jace Clark taking a breather. Coach Tommy Newton, words there with Kellen Williams. Second shot, rims around and fell in. He got the back end of a 2-shot foul. It's an 8-point game. 62-54 Indians. Trying to get across the timeline. Keaton Williams, and they call foul on Isaac Cumbercow. A little bit of a push there. He knew it. They're going to whistle the 3rd foul on Isaac. So they'll go to stripe now, shooting the rest of the way. So 1:41 left here in the 4th quarter. At the free throw line for the Indians is number 5, Keaton Miller. So he'll get two. First shot up, it's good. 63-54. Offense, defense, switch again. Dakota Garmin takes a breather. Jace Clark back in the game for the Blue Devils. 63-54. One more shot for Keaton Miller. Second shot, rims around, fell off. They're going to say the ball's out of bounds with the player. There's some friction there. And taking the brunt of it was Gavin Hendricks, the freshman. He ended up with the basketball. Looked like he was bumped out of bounds, but the officials point the other way. 1:38 left. Ball's in the front court. Quinn Smith. Quinn Smith works across the way, working his way in off the glass. Kellen Williams shot when to go. Rebound. Peyton Aller. He'll go off the glass, and Peyton will shoot one more. So Peyton got the bucket. He'll try the three-point play, and they're going to whistle this foul on number 5, Keaton Miller. He's got three in the contest. Dakota Garmin back in the ball game. And Peyton Aller going to shoot one. Three-point play opportunity for Peyton Aller. Shot is up and good. 63-57 cuts it to a 6-point lead. So Indians by 6. 63-57. 1:28 left. It'll be a 30-second timeout. And they're going to call it a full timeout. We'll mention tonight's ball game is in parts being brought to you by Noblesville Trophies. Noblesville Trophies, you can shop them online at noblesvilletrophies.com or stop in, if only to browse around. Located at 1740 South 10th Street, Noblesville. They've got trophies, awards, plaques, and more. They've got fast turnaround. Prices are low. They're so low you may want to be a repeat customer. That's Noblesville Trophies, 1740 South 10th Street, Noblesville, Indiana. They're open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. You can reach them by phone by dialing 317-773-7391. Again, 317-773-7391. Noblesville Trophies in Noblesville. So both teams out on the floor. Kate Goyer going to wipe his shoes off with that little strip test. Second buzzer's down. 1:28 left. 63-57, 6-point game. Indians in front. Indians going to bring it in, left the bucket on the baseline in their backcourt. They're going to go the other direction. Ledger Schaefer. They're going to whistle a foul on Kellen Williams. Another one of those dangerous fouls when you grab the shirt from the backside. But I'll tell you what, it would take a pretty rough. He's one of the officials letting Kellen know about the intentional foul opportunity. But that'd be pretty rough in a game like this, unless it was absolutely warranted. So first shot's good. Ledger Schaefer, he'll get one more. Chase Clark back in the ball game. Dakota Garmin taking a breather. 1:26 left, fourth quarter. 64-57. 7-point advantage for the Indians. Second shot, rims off, wouldn't go. Rebound, Quinn Smith for Tipton. Crossing the timeline. They're working left side. Good hands there. Get back on defense in a hurry. Was Ledger Schaefer. Ball goes out of bounds. It's going to belong to Tipton. Left of their own bucket on the baseline. Quinn Smith going to enter the basketball. Looking to get it in. He'll pass it out top. Jace Clark. Outside the arc, 3-point shot, good. Isaac Humphrey counts. Left elbow extended. Humphrey counts for three. Going to be another foul in the backcourt. Blue Devils going to put Schaefer back at the stripe. It's a 4-point game. 64-60. 1 minute, 12 seconds left here in the fourth. They whistle that foul on Kellen Williams. He has three. So at the foul line, number 33, Ledger Schaefer. First shot up, wouldn't go. We're going to get one more. Ledger Schaefer. He's the ball handler. for the Twin Lakes Indians. He's a 5'9" junior. We'll get one more. Here's a shot. Short off the mark, wouldn't go. Rebound fought for. We're going to whistle a foul on Schaefer. Trying to go to the basketball. No, they're going to call this on Quinn Smith. So Quinn Smith is going to get the foul, and he'll pick up number 2. And they're going to put Schaefer back at the stripe, shooting 2 more. So a lot of disbelief on that call. And you could tell my disbelief, but I'm just here. So Ledger Schaefer, first shot, we got it. We got that one. 65-60. 1 minute, 10 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Ledger Schaefer, second shot. Brims off long, would go, rebound, Quinn Smith. Quinn Smith outlet, front court. Peyton Aller on the dribble through the corner. Jace Clark, 3-point shot in the air, rims out long, fight for the board. Rebound picked up by Ledger Schaefer of the Indian. Now Keaton Miller. Keaton Miller going to get called for the foul. Jace Clark might have rolled the foot there, might have rolled that ankle. There's going to be a timeout called. The ball's going to be brought in after the timeout. Across the way, checking in for the Indians during this timeout, number 22, Ben Pample. And we'll also mention tonight's ball game is in parts being brought to you by Fritz in Fishers and Fritz in Noblesville. They're celebrating 43 years in the car business. They are in the heart of the Nickel Plate District. They have late model cars and trucks. Each vehicle passes a pre-delivery inspection. They have 2 Hamilton County locations, Fritz in Fishers, Fritz in Noblesville. In Fishers, you can dial him at 317-842-2228. In Noblesville, U.S., I should say on 32, 317-773-2232, FritzInFishers.com. F-R-I-T-Z. We brought in Keaton Williams. I should say Keaton Miller brought it in. Tate Goyer got in the backcourt, back to the front court, back to Keaton Miller. And the Blue Devils commit a quick foul on Keaton Miller. Keaton Miller started the game at 59% free throw shooter. A foul whistle on Dakota Garman. He has 3. First shot, nothing to net. Keaton Miller. So Grayson McFall's back in the game for the Blue Devils. Taking a breather is Quinn Smith. Back in the game for Twin Lakes is number 31, Gavin Hendricks, 6-foot freshman. So Keaton Miller, one more shot. Rims around, fell off. Rebound is going to be controlled by Isaac Hummickhouse. And Keaton Miller is going to foul him during the rebound. So all the players will walk to the other end. And Isaac Hummickhouse will tow it up at the foul stripe. And he'll shoot 2. So they whistle this foul on Keaton Miller. He has 4. Isaac Hummickhouse. First shot, good. 66-61. Indians by 5 with 52.5 left. Back in the ball game, 22, Ben Pample. Isaac Hummickhouse. Second shot, also good. Philip tossed in backcourt. Tate Goyer brings it in. Keaton Miller. And it's going to be stolen. Good hands there by Peyton Aller. Aller going to make a hard path to the basket. They're going to wave that off. They're going to say it was fouled, though. And he'll go to the foul stripe. Peyton Aller going to get 2. And we're going to lose our first player in the ball game. It's going to be number 5, Keaton Miller. He'll pick up his 5th. He hit some key 3-point shots. One at the buzzer at the end of the second quarter was pretty big. 66-62. First shot good. Peyton Aller. 66-63. 45 and a half seconds left. They're playing for 7th or 8th place for conference. Second shot also good. 2-point game. Indians by 2. Full court pressure. Blue Devils take Goyer. Trying to get out of it. He might have got away with the travel. And then they're going to call a timeout. And then the Indians were having trouble getting that ball to the front court. And a timeout called. When Lakes called the timeout, so Ken Adams bails him out. That 10-second mark was in the forecast right there. And I will also mention tonight's ball game is in parts being brought to you by Rutledge Well Drilling and Pump Service Incorporated. When you think of water, think of Rutledge Well Drilling. Pumps, sales, service, water conditioning, water softeners, iron filters, and trenching. You can call Rutledge Well Drilling and Pump Service Incorporated and call them at 765-292-2315. Again, that's 765-292-2315. Or visit them on their website, RutledgeWellDrilling.com. They're in Atlanta. They're west of Atlanta, a couple of miles. They're licensed, insured, honest, dependable, and always professional. Mike Nathan and Levi Rutledge. Yep, Mike is still the main drip. Ball's going to be brought in backcourt, side court. Ledger Schaefer going to try to bring it in. Be guarded on the inbound by Grayson McFall, 6'8". They'll toss it in. They get the ball in, 25. Austin Robertson. Now take Goyer. Let's try to get it across the timeline. They will with a pass to the front court. And they're going to say that Dakota Garman almost saved it, but he stepped on the baseline in the front of the back court, I should say the front court of the Indians. 28.9 left. 2-point ball game. Brought in again. Schaefer. He'll bounce it in, take Goyer. Turn around and get back to Schaefer. Schaefer off the glass, got the bucket, and he'll shoot one. So Ledger Schaefer, 5'9" guard right there in the paint, land of the trees. Got rid of it off the glass, got the bucket, and absorbed the foul. So Owen Spidell going to take a breather. Kellen Williams back in the game. Offensive purposes. 68-64. 25.1 left. One shot for Ledger Schaefer. 3-point play opportunity. Rims out, would go. Rebound, Isaac Cumberhouse. He'll outlet. Going across the timeline, Peyton Aller. He'll dribble in. Lost the handle. They're going to go out of bounds. They're going to say it was last touched by the Indians. I think that's a good way to get away with it, not calling a foul. So it's going to be a 30-second timeout called by Coach Tommy Newton. And we do thank you for tuning in, and we'll also mention this game is in parts being brought to you by Discount Copies. Discount Copies, they are conveniently located the west edge of Noblesville, Indiana, 46062. They're just behind Pizza Hut and next to Bowl 32, right there along State Road 32. Discount Copies, you can reach them at Discount Copies by dialing 317-773-8783. Again, their number is 317-773-8783. Or by Gmail, you can get them at discountcopies96@gmail.com. So the Blue Devils going to bring it in left of their own bucket on the baseline. Dakota Garman will inbound. They'll look to get it in. He will. Grayson McFall behind the arc. Back to the corner, Dakota Garman. The dribble in outside the top tee. Shot on the way. Rims out long. Grayson McFall. Rebound. Karams picked up by Austin Robertson. Robertson dribbling exhibition in the backcourt. And he'll absorb the foul. 7.1 left on the fourth quarter clock. Going to the strike for the Indians. Number 25, Austin Robertson. Shooting 76%. Entering tonight's ball game. First shot up, good. Blue Devils have 2 on the lane. Robertson, the only player. Now the Blue Devils going to put 3 on the lane. with Peyton Aller, Grayson McFalls, and Isaac Cummings. Boston Robertson, second shot, rims around, way to go, rebound. Isaac, he'll outlet Peyton all across the timeline, 3 seconds. He'll pop a three straight away. He'll get the bucket. And a timeout called immediately by Coach Tommy Newton with 0.3 seconds left. This game is not over. 2-point ball game. Indians are going to have the basketball. And Tipton calls timeout, their final timeout. Coach Adams wants to know where the ball is going to be brought in. He's talking about something else, but they're going to be able to roam the baseline after a made shot by Peyton Aller. So, Class 2A Blue Devils, Class 3A Indian. And I'm not sure. I think that was a 30-second timeout, and Pample's trying to check in, but he missed the first buzzer. Unless this is a 60-second timeout, they put some more time on. They put 1.4 on the clock, so they put 1.4 back on. So it must have been a 60-second timeout. Pample is fine; he's in the ball game. That's going to be brought in from the baseline. Be brought in by number 20, Ethan Need, a 6'1 senior. Guarding the inbound is Grayson McFalls. He'll bounce it in, out of bounds. The Blue Devils are going to have the basketball. I don't know how the clock lost 1.3 seconds. Wow. It's 69-67. The ball definitely went out of bounds. It's going to belong to Tipton. But they've got a clock issue. They had it at 0.3. They put it back up to 1.4. And that was a pretty swift pass that went out of bounds. Right now it's at 0.2. The officials are probably going to put about a 0.8 up there. Probably 0.8, maybe 0.9, or 1 second. So they're talking to the bench right now. The officials letting them know what he wants on the clock. And we'll find out here when everybody else does. It's 69-67. They're putting 0.4. They're saying a whole second went off the clock on that play. I'm not quite sure that can happen. Wow. The Blue Devils do have a chance here. If they shoot a 3 and make it, they'll win. If they shoot a 2 and make it, we'll go to OT. We brought in by Dakota. They're tossing it in. Peyton Aller floats it up. Couldn't get it. Couldn't get the shot in the paint. Tough shot to make. And that's going to complete tonight's ball game. 32 minutes gone by. Final score, Twin Lakes Indians 69. Tipton Blue Devils 67. What a ball game. 7th or 8th place. Take that out of the equation. It was a good game. We do thank you for tuning in, and we'll remind you that the Twin Lakes Indians will play tomorrow. They'll play tomorrow. They will be here with the Delphi Oracles, and the Tipton Blue Devils will also play tomorrow. They'll play a home game with Class 4A Lafayette Jeff. We thank you for tuning in. We thank my wife for sound check, and we thank Robbie Kendall at audiosportsonline.net. And until tomorrow, no matter if you're home or away, if you're doing the teaching and the learning, don't let him go. Keep the fire burning.